Hello everybody, thank you for watching once again. Today we're out here on the lake. It's pretty neat, just a big old huge lake. You can see that pretty well. Anyway, that's the lake, and we're going to be fishing for trout out here. And we're not in southern Arizona anymore, if you can't already tell. But I'm not going to disclose the location because I don't want a million people coming over here and fishing. So anyway, we just got a special lure. I'm not a big fisherman at all in any way, shape, or form, but I know how to fish a little bit, and I just got this little, whatever this thing is. You know, you can drop a comment down below if you know what it is, but some kind of lure. I'm sure it's a lure, but I don't know what kind. And I just got a simple pull, and we're going to see if we can't catch any fish, so I thought I might as well take you along. There we go, that's kind of good. If you don't know, a lure is just basically throwing it out there and reeling it right back in. I was not having any luck on the lures for about 10 minutes, so I just said, you know what, I'm going to just try to figure it out like the old way we used to do it with the worms and everything. So I just threw a weight on there and then put a worm on it, and we'll see what we can get. Hopefully we can get a little bit more luck with that. It's a lot less work, you know, I'm not doing anything right now, but hopefully that'll pay off anyway. Fishing, I think I got one. Jiminy jackrabbits, guys, look what happened. Man, they tore me clean and I don't have anything else, so what on earth? I got a big old bite. You saw that. I just missed another fish. What on earth is going wrong with me? That was a big one. It was a pretty big dunk. I heard it go. We're calling it a day right now. You can see it's pretty dark. I don't know how good it's coming out on the camera, but it's actually very dark. And we're going to call it a day. Tomorrow we're going to get up here bright and early, hopefully like 4 or 5 o'clock, and hopefully we'll end up catching a fish or two. I didn't catch any fish. However, we moved to a different pond here, a different lake, whatever you want to call it. So what happened last night was it was getting late, and everybody else was getting hungry, so we just decided to call it a day. We didn't catch anything. I got a bunch of bites, but we didn't catch anything. So we moved to a different lake here, and we'll hopefully go get something. Believe it or not, it's actually like 6 o'clock, but it's still like bright as if it were like, I don't know, 1 o'clock. But we'll see if we can catch anything. Guys, so we actually caught a trout, and I forgot my camera died, so I have to use my phone, but we got a huge trout. I just threw the lure out, silver lure, and I caught this huge trout. Okay, so we ended up just catching this one fish, but I'm really happy just for this one fish. We don't have a fish scale on hand, so we're gonna weigh it at home, but it was a pretty good day at the lake. So guys, we're going to start gutting this fish here. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make a slit right behind the vent here. Right in front of the vent actually, between the two fins. And you're just going to want to slit straight up. And then until you get to that goal area of the fish. Then you want to spread it wide open there. Make it a little larger there so you can get into the guts and stuff that are inside the fish. Then you're just going to want to use your hand and then kind of just pull the guts out. I mean, it's going to get a little gross here, that's why I always wear gloves when I'm doing that. I just have a bowl or a trash can pretty near so you can throw the guts in and then just pick them all out. So, just pulling them out with your hands. Sometimes I'll use a spoon, but otherwise other than that, you just pull them out, very simple. So then after that, we'll just cut the head off really quickly. There's a part of the guts that you might not be able to get out, so I just cut it right there, and then you'll be able to pull off this, I don't know, I think it's the esophagus or whatever, and then you get a spoon and just kind of pull the rest of the excess out, making sure you're being clean and everything. So then I use the other side of my knife there, and then I just basically go against the grain of the scales, and then that will tend to get all the scales off. That's just a quick and easy way to do it. Right now, we've got the grill all set up, and we're going to grill the fish. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to ignite this grill however we can. Let's see here. Nice looking piece of trout here. I'm gonna just flip it on the pan. By the way, I let this heat up for a little bit, and that'll help you get a little bit crispier coat. I'm gonna put just this one on. This one I'm gonna be doing frying on later. This is the fish. We're just gonna let it grill. It's already got salt and pepper on it, and that's about all we need. We're gonna halfway through it, we're gonna cook it, and then we're gonna douse it with a little bit of butter, and we'll catch you when that's about to happen. We have the fish. It's been about like 3 minutes, I would say, maybe 5 minutes, but flip it. I mean, fish doesn't take too long to cook, so don't go overboard on it. Otherwise you're gonna burn it, and it's not gonna be good. So we'll just leave it like that. I like when it's a really crispy shell on the outside or skin. So we'll keep it like that. We'll cook it probably for about 3 more minutes or so, and we'll show you when that happens. Okay? So it's been about 3 minutes, and the fish is all done. Look at that. We'll flip that crust over to show you. Look at that. Nice and brown, nice and crispy. That's how you grill fish. Let's get into eating this. Okay. So we got a nice outer shell here. And some special seasoning here. Secret sauce. Can't tell you the recipe. Wow, that is really good stuff, guys. So tell you what, I'm gonna end this clip right here, and next thing we're gonna be doing is frying part of this trout here. The other half of that trout that we got, that other half we grilled, and it was absolutely awesome. But this part is the one that we kept, and we're going to be frying this one in this video here. So we've got oil, we've got the fish fillet, we've got cold water. I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but it's cold water, and then this breading mix. So it has a few simple directions that we'll be going through, and we'll show you how to do that. But if you want to get that, I'm not being sponsored or asked or anything, but that's what that is. It's just a simple frying mix. Any frying mix will work. Basically follow the directions after you caught your fish, and that should be fine. But I'm just going to show you how to do this anyway. And so the first step to doing these fish, to frying the fish, especially when they have skin on them, and only when they have skin on them, this step applies, is to skin them first. And I'll show you how to do that. So I actually started this one a little bit so it would be easier for the video, but it's not that easy. And basically you just pull the skin away from the meat, and you should be okay here. So the fish has been skinned already. Next thing to do is we got the cold water here, and then we're going to dip it in there. Okay, here we got the fish. It's a little torn up here because when I was skinning it, it kind of got a little torn up, but it is what it is anyway. Okay, now the fish has been dumped in cold water. You can do the same thing. You could just dump it in milk the same way I did it with cold water, but I like to do it cold water. It's just cheaper. You can use milk for something else, and I don't think it messes with the flavor or anything. Okay, so the next step is to get vegetable oil or canola oil, and then you want to put it in the pan. A lot of people will fill it up really high or whatever, but I just put a tiny bit of it in, barely to coat the whole pan, because it's supposed to be more healthy, but I just don't want to waste anything or anything like that. So we'll turn on the heat there, and then we'll make sure it's hot, and then we'll catch you when we're ready to cook the fish. So guys, the oil's been warming up for quite a bit, and I'm pretty sure it's ready to go. The way I figure out if it is or not, get a bit of that batter, and if it starts to cook, then it means it's ready. This fish should not take very long to cook, so just put it in here. Okay, there we go. So it looks like it's totally cooked. It looks really nice to me. Put it on this plate here, and I'm gonna let the grease soak out of it. Okay guys, so here it is, the finished product. A really nice looking trout, fried trout. I've never had fried trout in my life, so this is my first time having it by anybody, especially myself, so we'll see. Get some ketchup. I really don't know. I've cooked trout 3 different ways since I've caught this fish. And I've never had one bad fish, bad trout. I just don't know how to make them taste bad, and this is just really good stuff right here. This tastes really good. Man, I don't know if you really can go wrong when you fry a fish or fry really anything, but all 3 ways I've cooked it, that's pan searing, grilling, and frying now, have tasted absolutely awesome. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get finished eating this fish, and then we'll finish off the video. So we're gonna end this video here. Subscribe if you're not already, and we'll see you on the next one.